Let's go. 90 Wolf. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. On the ball. Ready?
Space to maneuver at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And now off to the races down the right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Let's see what you got.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. First carry for James Conner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
On the ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Squeeze. Double. Check. Quick go.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Switch, switch, switch. SOS.
Protein spin. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now.
They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now, a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 94 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Hey, set. 19.
Check, 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 check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning it is Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
On the double.
55. Hey,
exit. Go.
2nd and 11. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Look at me, zipper. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Throw left side complete. It's Schwartz. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Slam. Check. Rush in.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now back to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Leo, look at me. Go. Hey, Charlie.
They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. This is taken at the 3.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. There he goes right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded it, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing on third down, Watson. That'll be complete to Breida.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Double time. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson now, operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Come on.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move him up 5, make the kick a little easier.
And rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Watson now to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting him down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Give him 28 yards on that one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Any weapon. Under 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll have a first down past the 40, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On first and 10, Watson flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here we go on fourth. Watson, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. To throw is Watson. Going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, look at the juke. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schwartz. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Check, 55 to mine. Check, 55.
They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On 1st down, Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Squeeze. Hey, lock that.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mark 55, Mark 50.
Hey, Delta. Hey. Get it.
2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defense saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.